Good morning to all of you. Today I am going to present a short video on the innovations made in teaching and learning processes. And we know that we are living in the digital age, and everything in the present scenario has been transformed right from the classrooms to the online classes, which we can easily organize through the different platforms available here. So I will like to talk about some effective methods to transact the teaching in this present scenario. And among those, the most powerful is the simulation based techniques which can use in the teaching learning processes. These simulations can be so effective that they can even transform the way of thinking of the students. They can explore more and more things, and they can do it by using these simulation techniques. So here I am showing you a brief idea of simulation, how they can be used, and I will directly go to a site which is PHET. For simulations, we'll get a lot of simulations over there, whether it is physics, chemistry, biology or mathematics, and we can use directly those simulations over there. Because making a simulation is very difficult and time consuming, it needs a lot of expertise. So we are having a lot of the websites. Take for example, I am taking a site which is PHET, and which contains hundreds of simulations free of cost that can even be downloaded. Some of those simulations can even be downloaded and can be embedded into your PowerPoint presentation, and they can be used online or even they can be used offline. Okay, some simulations can be used offline, and they will definitely help our students. Now let us move to the site. So in the we'll first of all Google the PHET simulation. So it is already there. I will click it, and we have reached the site PHET interactive simulation. Now once again I will click it, and it will not take much more time to load. This is interactive simulation for science and mathematics. So under the hood we'll get the simulation for physics, chemistry, mathematics, earth science and biology. These simulation tools offer many advantages over the traditional teaching learning process. They are able to demonstrate abstract concepts in science and mathematics. So first of all we'll click the physics. So it is getting loaded. Now we'll get so many simulations: alpha decay, atomic interaction, balancing act, balloon and buoyancy, battery voltage, beta decay, bending light and so on. So let us click to the bending light. This is a simple experiment we are having. So let us click it once again. So it will not load. It is loading. It will not take much time, only few seconds. So here is the introduction. Let us click the introduction. We are having a laser pointer here, and we are having the two mediums. One of the two medium is air and the second one is water. We can change the medium, second medium also. It became air. Then I have chosen the water. Now I can take it to be a glass. At the same time, the upper medium can also be changed. This is air, then I can change it to the water, then I can change it to the glass. Okay, so the medium of both the first medium and second medium can be changed. Now I will click over the button. So the laser pointer has started giving rays. So we can easily measure the angle of incidence here. At the same time, the angle of refraction can also be calculated, or it can be measured. Here I can get the intensity of laser beam also. Now if I change the medium, second medium, this is water. If instead of water I make it air, the light will move in the straight line. But if the medium is changed from air to water, the light will bend, and if the density is again increased, and when it is made more and more, the more and more deviation of light will take place. Instead of taking ray, we can choose wave also. At the same time we can use wave also. We can change the medium, first medium also here, and the bending of the light will change. The student can easily calculate the refractive index of the medium, because once the angle of incidence and angle of refraction are known to them, they can easily calculate the refractive index here. Now for the second, we are having different shape. We are having a prism over here, we are having a rectangle, we are having a sphere, and so on. So first of all, let us take a prism. Now once again we'll see that the light is bending. We can change the direction of the laser pointer also and see how the reflection is taking place. On changing the direction, we can note that here there is a total internal reflection also. Here the total internal reflection is there also, and how the light behaves when it passes through the prism. So these are very useful interactive simulations. A student can explore thousands of possibility and can overcome to a certain conclusion and overcome to certain doubts and come to a conclusion. It will ignite their critical thinking also. Let's take, for example, we take another simulation, a very simple simulation. This is built an atom. Let us build an atom. Now it is opening. It is opened. I will click it. It is loading now. And they are not. These simulations are not very heavy. They are very simple. They can load very easily. I will click to atom. Now I have proton, neutron, and electron. Let us add one proton to the nucleus. So what happens? The moment I have added the proton to the nucleus, it became hydrogen, and it is highlighted in the periodic table also. Now for the stability, it is stable also. Now one electron I will put. So now it became a neutral hydrogen atom. Now let us add one proton, it became helium, but it is unstable. Now one more electron is added to it, but it is stable. So let us add some neutrons also. The moment I have added the neutron, it became stable. Let us add one more neutron to it. It is stable. One more proton. The moment a proton is added, it becomes lithium, but it is unstable. Okay? Let us add some electrons. It became neutral. Now when the neutron is added to it, it became stable. So here in the periodic table, the lithium is being highlighted there. So adding more and more proton will definitely change the atomic configuration. Now it is become nitrogen, and it is stable. We can add electrons also, so as to make this atom neutral. So we can say that there are so many advantages of using these simulations. Let us explore one more simulation. I will write here Ohm's law simulation, Ohm's law PHET. So There is a Ohm's law. Directly we are going to the Ohm's law into the same side. Now what we are seeing here is a battery is being connected with the resistor. So when the voltage is increased, the battery, the number of batteries are also increasing. V is increasing, and at the same time I is also increasing. When the resistance is decreased, the current will increase. When the voltage is decreased, current is decreasing. When the voltage is increasing, the current is also increasing. That is, there is a direct relationship between V and I. As we go on increasing the resistance. Now when voltage is decreased, current is also decreasing, voltage is increased, current is also increasing. So these are some simulations. So I must say that this simulation allows a direct interaction between the user, that is the student, and the simulated equipment. Thus it makes very easier for the student to understand the concept. Moreover, one more important thing is that the students are able to reinforce theoretical knowledge, giving better understanding of the subject. So in addition to this site, there is one more site, that is OLabs. We can use OLabs for doing experiment, virtual experiment. We are having virtual labs. So in the present scenario, these particular simulations or virtual labs will help us a lot in the teaching and learning process. Thank you for watching this.